Book 6, The Book of Fate. Canto 2, The Way of Fate and the Problem of Pain. Silence sealed the irrevocable decree. The word of fate that fell from heavenly lips, fixing a doom no power could ever reverse, unless heaven's will itself could change its course. Or so it seemed. Yet from the silence rose one voice that questioned changeless destiny, a will that strove against the immutable will. A mother's heart had heard the fateful speech that rang like a sanction to the call of death, and came like a chill close to life and hope. Yet hope sank down like an extinguished fire. She felt the leaden, inevitable hand invade the secrecy of her guarded soul, and smite with its sudden pain its still content, and the empire of her hard-won quietude. A while she fell to the level of human mind, a field of mortal grief and nature's law. She shared, she bore the common lot of men, and felt what common hearts endure in time, voicing earth's question to the inscrutable power. The queen now turned to the still, immobile seer, assailed by the discontent in nature's depths. Partner in the agony of dumb, driven things, and all the misery, all the ignorant cry, passionate like sorrow, questioning heaven, she spoke, lending her speech to the surface soul on earth. She uttered the suffering in the world's dumb heart, and man's revolt against his ignorant fate. O seer, in the earth's strange twi-natured life, by what pitiless adverse necessity, or what cold freak of a creator's will, by what random accident or governed chance that shaped a rule out of fortuitous steps, made destiny from an hour's emotion, came into the unreadable mystery of time, the direr mystery of grief and pain. Is it thy God who made this cruel law? Or some disastrous power has marred his work, and he stands helpless to defend or save? A fatal seed was sown in life's false start, when evil twinned with good on earthly soil. Then first appeared the malady of mind, its pang of thought, its quest for the aim of life. It twisted into forms of good and ill the frank simplicity of the animal's acts. It turned the straight path hewn by the body's gods, followed the zigzag of the uncertain course of life that wanders, seeking for its aim, in the pale starlight, falling from thought's skies. It guides the unsure idea, the wavering will, Lost was the instinct's safe identity with the arrow point of being's inmost sight. Marred the sure steps of nature's simple walk, and truth and freedom in the growing soul. Out of some ageless innocence and peace, privilege of souls not yet betrayed to birth, cast down to suffer on this hard, dangerous earth. Our life was born in pain and with a cry. Although earth nature welcomes heaven's breath, inspiring matter with the will to live, 1,000 ills assail the mortal's hours and wear away the natural joy of life. Our bodies are an engine cunningly made, but for all its parts as cunningly are planned, contrived ingeniously with demon skill, its apt, inevitable heritage of mortal danger and peculiar pain, its payment of the tax of time and fate, its way to suffer, and its way to die. This is the ransom of our high estate, the sign and stamp of our humanity. A grisly company of maladies come, licensed lodgers, into man's bodily house, purveyors of death and torturers of life. In the malignant hollows of the world, in its subconscient cavern passages, ambushed they lie, waiting their hour to leap, surrounding with danger the sieged city of life, admitted into the citadel of man's days. They mine his force and maim, or suddenly kill. Ourselves within us, lethal forces nurse. We make of our own enemies our guests. Out of their holes like beasts they creep and gnaw the chords of the divine musician's lyre, till frayed and thin the music dies away, or crashing snaps with a last tragic note. All that we are is like a fort beset. All that we strive to be alters like a dream in the gray sleep of matter's ignorance. Mind suffers, lamed by the world's disharmony and the unloveliness of human things. A treasure misspent or cheaply, fruitlessly sold in the bazaar of a blind destiny. A gift of priceless value from time's gods, lost or mislaid in an uncaring world. Life is a marvel missed, an art gone wry. A seeker in a dark and obscure place, an ill-armed warrior facing dreadful odds, an imperfect worker, given a baffling task, an ignorant judge of problems ignorance made. Its heavenward flights reach closed and keyless gates. Its glorious outbursts peter out in mire